Zlatan Ibrahimović, the untold story of a football legend. Football has given us countless legends, but none quite like Zlatan Ibrahimović, embodiment of a legend in football to be sure. Zlatan has left his mark on football history courtesy to his outrageous goals and magical moments on the field. Despite his extraordinary aspirations and charismatic attitude, his path has been paved with hardship, perseverance, and unwavering self-belief. Today, we will delve deeply into Zlatan Ibrahimovic's unseen history, revealing the hardships and sacrifices that shaped him into the lion he is today. If you think you know Zlatan, get ready, because this story goes far deeper than you would have ever imagined.
They were all against me. They didn't want me to succeed. I was foreigner at that time. In Malmö, it was impossible to make it if you were a foreigner. But I broke all the walls. I opened all the doors for everybody that comes out now.
Zlatan's success wasn't given to him easily. He was not born a star, but made himself one. He had to work hard to get to the top of the biggest football clubs in the world after growing up in one of Sweden's most poor districts. There is a tale of hardship, aspiration, and overcoming impossibility concealed underneath the achievement. And what about that tale? It's a story of both tragedy and success. Whether you're a hardcore fan or just curious about what makes Zlatan, well, Zlatan, this is a side of the story few people know but everyone should hear. Stick around, because the twists of this legend's journey are about to surprise you. You have to travel back in time, all the way back to Rosengård, Sweden, to really comprehend the enigma that is Zlatan Ibrahimović. This was not the tranquil, picture-perfect Sweden. Nope. Zlatan grew up in one of Malmö's vilest neighborhoods. As a son of immigrants, Zlatan experienced high crime rates, limited prospects, and a sense of alienation. He had to balance two worlds after his parents split when he was still a little child. But, if anything, Zlatan's unwavering hunger was what characterized him as a young man. Zlatan did not just see football as a sport, he saw it as an escape, and that was what kept him going. With rough and ready goals and worn-out shoes, he honed his skills on the streets. It was here that he developed his signature swagger, confidence bordering on arrogance, and why not? By the age of 15, Zlatan was a local sensation. But here's the twist. While Zlatan's talent was undeniable, his temper and ego were just as infamous. On the pitch, he was brilliant, but off it, he clashed with teammates and coaches, defying expectations and authority.
Pep Guardiola, who right now many would say is the best coach in the world. You had a very different experience with him. You called him a coward with no balls. You said, when you buy me, you're buying a Ferrari. If you drive a Ferrari, you put premium petrol in the tank. You hit the motorway and you step on the gas. Guardiola filled up with diesel and took a spin in the countryside. He should have bought a Fiat.
It became a problem I was not aware of, because I solved my problems. I look in the eyes. Doesn't mean I have to like you or dislike you. We will solve it, and it takes 1 second to solve it. We go straight and we solve it.
Many saw his attitude as a liability, making him too difficult to manage. Coaches wanted to mold him, tame him, but that wild edge was exactly what made Zlatan unique. However, at Malmö FF, one coach saw things differently. He didn't view Zlatan's arrogance as a problem, but as a reflection of unshakable confidence. Rather than trying to control him or tame him, he embraced Zlatan's individuality, knowing that it was this fire that could turn him into a star. This faith was a turning point, as then Zlatan began to thrive, and the world was about to see the rise of a football legend. At Malmö FF, Zlatan's talent was undeniable, even though his coach believed in him. But even then, his attitude got him into frequent trouble. A rebel on and off the pitch, Zlatan was never afraid to speak his mind, and this rubbed many the wrong way. But in 1999, the world of football began to take notice of his game. The world started to see that Zlatan had something different in him. Before long, Europe's top clubs began to take notice. Zlatan's immense talent was impossible to ignore, and his move to Ajax marked the beginning of his rise to international stardom. This transfer was his big break. At Ajax, his acrobatic goals and audacious playing style quickly turned heads, captivating fans and critics alike. From bicycle kicks to stunning volleys, he pulled off moves that seemed impossible, showing the world his flair for the spectacular. But with that talent came controversy. His confrontational attitude meant that tensions often flared both on and off the pitch. He wasn't afraid to speak his mind, even if it rubbed people the wrong way. He became more than just a footballer. He became a character that fans couldn't help but watch. But with every step forward, controversy followed. His time at Ajax may have shown the world his brilliance, but it also gave us a glimpse into the Ibra persona that would continue to dominate headlines for years to come. Zlatan wasn't just another talented footballer. He was becoming a figure larger than the game itself. Zlatan moved to Italy for the next phase of his quest, signing with Juventus. His notoriety increased with each subsequent squad. Nevertheless, he had an unquestionable thirst for more and glory. Zlatan's career was distinguished by two things: brilliance and friction. From Italy to Spain, where he played for Football Club Barcelona. During his tenure at AC Milan and Paris Saint-Germain, Zlatan really cemented his reputation as a football legend. He was a force at Milan, inspiring the club to victory, but his transfer to PSG elevated him even more. Zlatan scored incredible goals that marked his spell in Paris and went on to become the club's all-time top scorer. But more than simply his goal scoring was noticeable. Millions were enthralled by his audacious demeanor, unparalleled self-assurance, and vibrant outlook. Zlatan was more than simply a player. He was an international star who elevated PSG to prominence in the game of football, while also solidifying his own legendary reputation. In one unforgettable match, Zlatan left the crowd in awe, scoring 4 incredible goals in a single game. His performance was nothing short of dominant, showcasing his power, precision, and flair all in one night. After the game, reporters couldn't wait to ask him how he felt about his extraordinary display. Zlatan, in true Ibrahimovic fashion, didn't shy away from the spotlight. With his trademark confidence, he simply responded, "I feel like a lion." It wasn't just a statement, it was a declaration of his mentality. In that moment, Zlatan captured the essence of how he viewed himself, not just as a footballer, but as a predator on the pitch, unstoppable and always hungry for more. The lion mindset became the symbol of Zlatan's career. No matter the team, no matter the league, Zlatan was always hungry, always fierce, always at the center of attention. And yet, despite the controversies and his polarizing personality, Zlatan always backed it up with pure, undeniable talent. Following the years of domination in Europe, Zlatan made the unexpected decision to make the move to the United States in 2018. Many people believe that his career was over when he joined LA Galaxy, but he stunned everyone in true Zlatan flair. In just 2 seasons, he scored 52 goals, leaving the U.S. with the immortal words, "I came, I saw, I conquered." But the story doesn't end there. Zlatan, now in his late 30s, returned to Europe to play once again for AC Milan. And even in his sunset years, he continued to dominate, proving that age is just a number when you're Zlatan Ibrahimović. Many doubted he could still perform at the highest level, but Zlatan silenced his critics with crucial goals and commanding performances. His leadership on and off the pitch revitalized Milan, helping guide the club back to the top of Italian football. At an age when most players are thinking of retirement, Zlatan was still pushing boundaries, reminding the world that greatness never fades. What then can Zlatan Ibrahimović teach us? Adore him or not, there's no denying that his rise from the harsh streets of Sweden to the top of the Football League is nothing short of legendary. He changed the game rather than merely playing it. Zlatan demonstrates what it means to be genuinely great with an almost unrivaled willpower and an attention-grabbing demeanor. Few sportsmen could ever hope to have his unwavering mentality and his resolve to give up in the face of difficulty. Zlatan stands apart in the football world, where mediocrity frequently rules, and serves as evidence that greatness is earned rather than granted. If you thought this was the end of the Zlatan saga, think again. The lion never stops. And hey, before you go, why not check out our videos? I promise you won't regret it. Zlatan wouldn't.